Hi LCPs, my name is Lydia Edwards. I am the current MCVP OD for ISIC in the US. Today I'm going to be taking you through a lead session that's concentrated on transmitting positivity through uncertainty. I'll just be explaining to you the outline of the session, what you'll be going through, and most importantly, what the output of the session will be for you. So the first thing I'm going to do, of course, is introduce myself, say who I am, and then the next thing I'll do is explain a little bit about my experience as an LCP. I loved being an LCP, but there was a lot of uncertainty, as I'm sure you've experienced in being an LCP. And the most important part, I think, of being a leader is being able to transmit positivity through these uncertain situations, because positivity is what leads people to hire. So we're going to set the mood. I'll explain a little bit about me and my story, and then we're going to go right into reflection, because you've been through a couple months of your LCP experience now, so you've probably almost definitely experienced some uncertainty. So we're going to do a little bit of reflection on this. I'll be providing some leading questions for you to experience, for you to understand how you've worked to transmit positivity, or how maybe you need to work a little harder to transmit positivity through these uncertain situations. The next thing I'll do is have you share, because I think a really powerful and important part of LCPs together in a room is everyone being able to share what your experience has been and really understand each other and understand that you are really, really not alone in all of these uncertain situations that you've been in. And you're not alone, and maybe sometimes struggling to find that positivity. So I want the delegates in the session to really reflect first, and then be with each other, bond, share these experiences, have these shared experiences together, and then we can move forward into understanding, well, how exactly can we make ourselves better in this? So that takes us to the next section of it, as where I'll be explaining a little bit about a concept called emotional intelligence. And if we come over here, I'll be going over a few things what that involves. So emotional intelligence, I'll give a slight introduction to emotional intelligence, what it is. It's a lot about the first three things up here: handling criticism positively, long and short-term goals, listening skills. But the most important thing I'm going to have you do in this space is there's this really amazing website called Mind Tools. And I found an emotional intelligence quiz, kind of like an evaluation you can take on understanding your emotional intelligence. Because I think it's really important to not only just take my word for it, I do not have a degree in understanding emotional intelligence, but Mind Tools is a professional website that does. So I want some kind of external environment to come and help us virtually and help you understand your level of emotional intelligence. So you'll be taking that quiz, and likely you'll see that maybe you need to improve your emotional intelligence, because being LCP is really difficult, and to be a really effective LCP you need to have a very, very high level of emotional intelligence, and only then will you be able to transmit positivity through uncertainty. So once we've taken the quiz, the next thing I'll go into is the main session chunk. This is the part of the session where we'll be going over things. These are things you do when you transmit positivity through uncertainty. You know, you apologize when you're wrong. You find perspective and focus in the midst of all this chaos. So this is the part of the session where we're going to really delve deeper into kind of your own either LCP and or life experiences, and see where you can find different situations that you can work on to help yourself transmit positivity. Because sometimes transmitting positivity, it might be difficult for you because you aren't eating well enough, you aren't sleeping enough, so it's hard for you to spend the extra energy to really try and strive to find that positivity. So then how can you as LCP, and handling all these things, make yourself more healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, so you can do these things? And that's where emotional intelligence and transmitting positivity comes in. So the output of this, I always believe it's really important to have an output of a session. I don't like doing any sessions where you don't have anything you can then take forward. So the next part of this is, once you have the output of what you're going to do, you can work on groups. Then we're going to have what I call a positivity buddy. So you're going to pick an LCP from another entity. You're going to get together and create a cadence of accountability. You're going to schedule a call right then and there, 2 weeks from now and 1 month from now, and share how you have become better at transmitting positivity through the habits you have created and formed in this space. That was a very brief outline of the session. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you are able to then transmit positivity through uncertainty. See you at America's Congress.